Good morning, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room today. We just got back from our trip north to see our youngest grandchildren, and we had such an amazing time. I got so many kid cuddles. It was wonderful. So I received this card in a swap from Stephanie Pletscher, and when I saw it, I loved it. It's simple, but it's collagey, and I knew I had to remake it. So the only thing that I just realized I didn't get was that little piece of thread. So when we get these cards, um, we don't get recipes with them, so I've had to kind of guess at what we're doing. So it may not end up being exactly the same as Stephanie's, but we will have fun doing it anyways. So if anybody's out there watching, I'd love to hear from you. Just drop a hi in the chat. And if you're catching this on the rebound on my YouTube channel, thanks for taking time out of your day to join me. All right, so I'm going to use the Quiet Meadow bundle, which consists of the stamp set and the coordinating dies, and also the scallop contour dies, and it's the second to the largest one that I will be using. So hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, because I usually do. Okay, pardon me. Card base is soft succulent, and it's the usual 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, let's just put this up here like that so you can watch it as I'm explaining it. And then I have a piece of very vanilla, 5 1/4 by 4. That's for the inside, and this whole card is built on vanilla, not white. Piece of evening evergreen, that's 3 3/8 by 4 3/4. Some very vanilla, 3.5 by 2.5 to fit inside there when I die cut it. Another piece that is 1 by 4, and we should get both of those tags out, but if not, I have a spare piece. And 8 inches of bumblebee gingham ribbon. And I'm just going to go and grab that, my linen thread. There we are, because I'm going to put that on there too. All right. So Stephanie did collage stamping on this piece. So this is one stamp, the words are another stamp, and then she's used the bubbles, and I believe they're stamped off, and I believe that's stamped off. Now, just looking at this, I think she probably used crumb cake, but I have out Sahara sand, so we're just going to go with it. And then she's sponged these 2 tags, and then the middle also has some sponging, some stamping, and she's gone around the outside, and I will be using a blending brush to do that. And then she also did the envelope. So let's see if we can recreate this and kind of work on it. Okay, so I'm going to first of all cut this out with my die cutting machine. There we are, running that through. So if you've just joined me, thanks so much for taking time out of your day. I am doing a card that I received in a swap. So there's that part. So we have the base, we have that done. And this one, I am going to stamp Thinking of You in Evening Evergreen. I love this year's in colors. They are so fun. Okay, just going to let the ink transfer from one to the other. Perfect. And then the love she also, I don't know whether we're going to use this, but I might as well stamp it because, you know, it's here and I can. Oh, well, of course it's crooked, but that's all right because we're die cutting it. So I haven't been online for a very long time because we were traveling for my last 2 online creating sessions. So this is the first time in a week. Okay, so I'm just die cutting that out. I'm just going to use a bit of Post-it note just to hold it in place so it doesn't wiggle everywhere. And I can't get the love in there because the dies are going to overlap, so I'll cut them separately. You don't want to overlap your dies if you can help it because you can break them. And the last thing you want to do is break your dies. So there's our sentiment, and I have to do some distressing on that, some sponging. I'll just put it off to the side. Always clean my die before I put it away. That way, when I want to use it, it's already done. Oops, sorry for messing that up. Okay, so let's next die cut the tag. So I hope you guys are all having a good summer or a warmish winter if that's the side of the world you're on. We had such a hot spell last week. Oh my Lord. Where I live, it hit 45. And that was in the shade. Apparently it was like 151 Fahrenheit in the sun. I can't imagine. I stayed inside. Thank goodness for my craft room. Okay. So let's see how much of this collage we can figure out how to do. First thing is to get a piece of scrap paper so that I don't stamp on, oops. Apparently I have notes on that one. Oh well. I'll just use this one. All right, I'm going to stamp the flowers in Evening Evergreen, right about there. Awesome. Okay. Now words. Now this I think is where I'm diverting a bit because I think she used crumb cake. So I'm going to use Sahara sand. So let's just make sure the words are the right way up first of all. Yeah, we'll stamp it off first. Okay. Off, and then she put one up there. Oh, guess I would help if I got it straight. And one there. Now I just see just underneath the tag there, she's got some more. So we'll just, oh, I forgot to, oh well, I forgot to stamp it off. Okay, so inside, put one up there and one down there. And then on her envelope, she also stamped some stuff. And make sure it's the right way up. One up here and one down there. I love collage stamping. It's a lot of fun. I am not randomly able to do a lot of that on my own, but I love casing people. Okay, so now we're going to use the blotches and soft seafoam. Definitely going to stamp that off first. Okay, that's the envelope. There's the inside. Yeah, we have a lot of forest fires where I live right now, and it was interesting trying to get home. We had to use alternative route, but that's okay because I've lived in British Columbia my entire life, and we took 2 roads this trip that I have never been on, and I know hubby hasn't. It was really fun. So I'm just stamping, and I think just a bit down here like that. Okay, that's all the dots done. So we've got the dots and the words and the flowers. Now I need my blending brush and sorry, I was just distracted momentarily there. I'm going to take my blending brush and just do some around the outside with Sahara sand. So this is the same color that I did the words in, and it just adds a little bit of color right around the very edge. And you don't want too much because all you're doing is just toning down the vanilla. You're not really adding too much, and it adds, there we go. Okay, so we'll leave that. Now we're going to do same thing on the tag. Add a little bit of sponging just to tone that down a bit, and the other one as well. Now I love these blending brushes because they don't grab like there where I've got those thin pieces from the die cut. The blending brushes will skim right over top of those, which unlike the daubers and the sponges is the word I'm trying to come up with, the sponges that will grab that. These are light enough and fluffy enough that they just glide over top, even though I am pushing. So I'm just doing a little bit of distressing around the outside of the inside piece now. They're just about done on the other side. And I'm always tapping it off on scrap paper first because that takes the big blotchy out of it. There we are. So there's our inside. Now let's just do some to the envelope too because we can. And you know, I don't want too much, but of course, if you're doing your own card, you can use as much as you want. So there we are. That's all done. Now to clean these, it's really simple. I have a magic cloth from the dollar store. You get 5 in a package for $2, I think it is. And just clean it back and forth like that. And although it's stained, it's good to go. There's no more color on that. So I keep one for each color family, but you don't have to. It's perfectly fine without that. Okay. Now, go back to this. And I'm using light So Saffron just to add some color. And you don't want anything too bright and in your face for this card because it is a collage card, but it's also an antiqued collage card. So everything should be muted. It's the way I think. Now, if you wanted to make your flowers a little bit brighter, then instead of So Saffron, just use Daffodil Delight. But I love the serene calmness of this card. And apparently it's not as hard to do as I thought it was going to be. Let's do the buds here, and then we're done. There we go. So we have the front is done. The insides, oh, I didn't put the sentiment on, but I'm not going to. And then the envelope is also done. So I'll put that away. Bring in all of my pieces. And I think we'll attach that right to the Evening Evergreen die cut piece. Just, oh, she did that on dimensionals. Oh well. You know, sometimes you just got to be a little bit different. There we are. And this piece I will put up on dimensionals as soon as I find some, and some scissors. So I hope you guys are having a good summer or winter or something. Our heat wave lasted a week, and it was all over our entire province, which is really weird because usually the north does not get heat like we do down here in the south, but even they were getting it. And it wasn't cooling off at night. It was staying in the high 20s. Yeah, it was. We were lucky when we went up there. It had cooled down. It wasn't, because they hit 40 in the north. I can't imagine. Like northern BC does not get temperatures like that. And they got them. And then forest fires started. So that's another issue in our province right now, is huge forest fires. Hopefully we won't have a season like we did a couple of years ago where it almost burnt the entire province down. It's not straight. I just have to straighten it. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now, the ribbon, all she did was fold it like that, put the sentiment over the top, and then chop off the edges. So I'm going to use some glue dots to do that. We'll get a glue dot on the back there, and a glue dot on the back here, and then find which side the glue dots are on. Oh, should have been on the other side. Oh well. C'est la vie. I'll just put this on here and then I'll run another piece. See, I put the glue dot there in the wrong side. I don't think I can get that off. Oh, maybe I can. Let's see. Pick it off. These glue dots are definitely sticky. Oh man. All right, I got it. Now let's take a glue dot and put it where it's supposed to go, which is on the back of that, to hold it in place. And let's lift that up and put that like that. There we go. Now we have our glue dots. This is dimensionals, up on dimensionals, so I'm just repositioning things a bit here to get it so that the tag goes over top of it. There, that's better. Okay, and it's going to go over here a bit. Now she's got that up on dimensionals, but I will show you when you put your sentiment up on a dimensional on top of ribbon, this is what happens. But it's really easy Oh, do you see that? She put the dimensionals underneath the ribbon. Huh. It's all right because it's very easy to fix wobbly sentiments when you go over top of some ribbon, because the ribbon, of course, is going to be taller than your cardstock, and it's going to wibble wobble. So I'm just getting my dimensionals on here, like that. And I'm going to make sure that I get some more dimensionals underneath so that this doesn't wiggle when I get the sentiment on top of it, I hope. There we go. All right, take the backings off of those. And that, I think I'll put it right there. Oh, forgot to put this in. My little tag. Forgot the little tag. Okay, now she's got it so that it's loose and just hanging there. And I did mine upside down. Oh well. Oh well. It's not upside down. It's just different. That's what I tell my stamping ladies. You didn't make a mistake. You just did it different. You customized it. And that's the whole point of being creative and crafty. Now, is that going to look okay if I put that up there? No, I don't like that. Because it should have been the other way so you can actually read it. So let's just stamp another one, because I have lots of cardstock, so we can do that. And the die. Okay, so that part needs to be on the L. And just going to put this on top of it so it doesn't move. It stays where I put it. And we'll just cut one more. Come on. There we go. Now, I'll just dress it again. I'm just going to go for it because it's brown and my top is brown. So, nope, I can't because I have to cap it off. There we go. Getting my finger all around too. It's okay. There we go. Now we'll do it. So to do the string, I just folded it over, put it through the hole, and then take the tails and put them back through where you have the loop there and pull it tight. Now, let's see if I can get this up to, yep. One of the beauties of being on top of ribbon is it comes up really easily. Okay, so this is going to hang down like that. And I'm going to shape my twine a bit so that it isn't going off in all different directions. There we are. Okay, and this is loose down here, like that. But I'm going to need a glue dot to hold it in place. Just get one of those, put it right there. Let's probably where that other glue dot was that I had to take off. See, it would have been all right. Okay, put this back over top. Like that. This is free floating. Just going to cut those tails a bit, and then we'll cut the ends of our ribbon so that it fits in the envelope, because it's nice when you can fit your card in an envelope. And there you go. There's the whole front of the card. Wasn't that cool? All right, I love these cards. I like making them. I like looking at them. I like touching them. This one is very easy to do. And you could do it with any color scheme. You can do it with any season, with any sentiment, with any bundle, stamp set. You just have to have a bunch of image stamps so that you can layer one on top of the other one. So there we are. There's our card for today. I hope you enjoyed the creative process of this card, and maybe give a collage card a try. I'd love to see what you are making. Email me at gjmollet@shaw.ca. Apparently you can't see that, but I'll just move it so you can. There you go, gjmollet@shaw.ca. Drop me a line and let me know what your card looks like. The next time I'm going to be live will be July the 12th in my VIP group, and I've put the link in the comments section of this video. I hope you can join me, and have a wonderful day. Stampin' Smiles, and bye.